So we're getting to that time of the year where college football fans everywhere are getting really excited to see what moves are about to start happening in recruiting. And today, we need to turn our attention to the Florida Gators, where Florida gets a big-time addition to their 2024 class, keeping four-star wide receiver Izaiah Williams at home. And today, we need to break down why this is a good addition, why I'm ultimately not surprised a skill position like Izaiah Williams picks the Florida Gators, and finally, what this means going forward. Before we can, as always, y'all know the drill. I need to hear from you. Hop down to the comments. Give me a Y for yes or an N for no. Do you believe the Gators will land inside the top 10 recruiting classes in the 2024 cycle? And let me know what you're thinking. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Hit that bell notification. I do constant college football content. You don't want to miss any of it. And if you enjoyed the content, be sure to like and comment down below. Those interactions seem small. They are massive to content creators such as myself, and we're on a push to 20,000 subscribers. I'd love to have you a part of this unbelievable community. But having said all that, let's jump right into this. And first and foremost, who is Izaiah Williams? Well, Izaiah Williams is a very talented wide receiver who stands 6 foot, 172 pounds per 24/7 Sports out the state of Florida. And reportedly, he's logged a sub 11 second 100-meter dash, so he's got long speed. And when you turn on the film, it backs it up. Not only does Williams have long speed, but he is a dangerous playmaker when the ball gets in his hand at any level of the defense. Whether we're talking about a short pass that he can take the distance, an intermediate route, or just a straight go route, he's got the ability to do it all. And one of the things I find so intriguing about an Izaiah Williams is he's ranked just outside the top 300 prospects in the nation, a 4-star, having sustained an injury that sidelined him for much of his junior season. So this ranking is in large part based off of what he did his sophomore season. This is a name that I think we all need to remember to see where he ends up during the course of his senior season, because if he goes out there and puts together a big senior year, do not be surprised in the least if you see Izaiah Williams fly up recruiting boards and fly up the rankings. I'm really intrigued to see where he ends up because I think he's a very talented player, and once he gets healthy, I'm going to be very excited to see what he's able to do. But why am I not surprised that Florida is getting in a talented skill position? And it's because you have a 5-star quarterback in your 2024 class, DJ Lagway, out the state of Texas. And one thing we talk about all the time over here on the channel is that whenever you get these blue chip quarterbacks, it becomes a compelling factor for your recruiting class. Luckily, in the case of the Florida Gators, your blue chip 5-star quarterback, top 25 player in all of high school football, regardless of position, is an excellent recruiter. And at the end of the day, that's what you want. It doesn't have to be a quarterback that's a phenomenal recruiter for your recruiting class, but it just hits a little bit different when it is the blue chip quarterback who's a 5-star guy. It just hits a little bit different because naturally those guys are going to be leaders on your team, or at least inevitably will be a leader on your team because of the position they play. So I'm not surprised at all when I see an Izaiah Williams or a skill position player go to the Florida Gators and commit there. I think we're going to see several more, and I'm really intrigued to see what this means going forward. But as we presently sit here and talk, this gives the Florida Gators their 8th commitment in the class of 2024 and sits them just outside the top 10, coming in at number 11. Now, there's a long ways to go. Teams have not even begun to really start hitting the trail with the ferocity that we will start seeing here in the next few months. But I'm interested to see what Florida's class will end up looking like. Because when we look at the last class for Billy Napier, it came in at number 12, a really solid class, but I'm interested to see if Billy Napier and the Gators can break that top 10. While bringing in the 12th best recruiting class is very impressive, especially in a transition period, Billy Napier understands that that's all well and good, but in order to get where you need to go, you're going to have to be able to recruit with the best of them. And being the 12th ranked class in a transition year, that's great. But what is it going to turn into? That's what I'm really excited to see. Because for Florida, you have several teams in your own conference that are at the top of college football recruiting year in, year out. LSU, Georgia, Alabama are always seemingly in the top 10 recruiting classes, and I'm interested to see if Florida can stake their claim there with Billy Napier. They have the brand, they have the history, they play in the SEC, all the factors are there, and I'm really excited for what the future will hold for Billy Napier, and I'm really interested to see what happens going forward for their 2024 recruiting class. But there is no arguing that Izaiah Williams is a really solid addition to put in your class. I'm super interested to see what his senior year will yield, because if he comes back fully healthy and really continues playing at the level he has when he's healthy, I think this is a guy we'll see fly up the recruiting rankings, and I'm interested to see where he ends up. But most of all, I'm interested in hearing from all of you. Hop down to the comments. Let me know what you're thinking. That's it. See ya.